Now, before Pete proved his golden touch with Stock, Aitken and Waterman, he had already been behind some of the most memorable songs of the 80s.
Yeah, including this one, which even the singer admits wouldn't have been a hit without a producer's know-how.
A moat, a castle and a minstrel. What on earth do they have to do with a pop protest song about the threat of nuclear war? It certainly wasn't what Nik Kershaw had in mind when he wrote the lyric to the 80s hit song, I Won't Let the Sun Go Down on Me.
I Won't Let the Sun Go Down on Me started more like a kind of Dylan-esque folk song, really, a protest song. It's about nuclear disarmament. We were in the middle of a Cold War and C&D are marching every couple of weeks. So it means I'm not going to let this happen without, you know, shouting about it. I'm not going to go quietly.
Yeah, I get that. That kind of makes a bit more sense, in fact, of the children in the video as well.
No, it doesn't.
When Nik wrote the song in 1982, he was a struggling musician on the dole. He advertised for a manager to help launch his career. One of the replies came from Mickey Modern, a former musician who went on to successfully manage the blues band 9 Below Zero.
Hey on, Nilly! I wrote to him saying, I think I took 9 Below Zero from a pub to the Hammersmith Odeon in 18 months. I could do the same for you. Trying it on. And he fell for it.
So what were your first impressions when you met Nik?
Obviously very intelligent.
Good looks.
Good looks, brilliant looks. Fantastic lyrics and melodies. I just thought this is Elton John, especially with the titles.
What about the image? Was that something you had to work with?
That'd work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was definitely worked on.
Were you?
He was unemployed at the time, and I think he had a T-shirt, an old jacket, and a pair of old desert boots.
I had some leg warmers. From Essex, geezer.
It's a pop star.
Mickey managed to secure Nik a record deal, and I Won't Let the Sun Go Down on Me was chosen as the first release. Was it this song that transformed the whole thing?
Yeah, most definitely. We all love that song. It's got a wonderful chorus, and yeah, changed the whole deal. So you should love that song.
Got nothing against the song, I wrote it.
You're always bitching about it.
We re-recorded it so many times, and we had to remix it many times. I kind of lost the plot a bit in the end. And obviously, the record company, they want a hit. I'm just trying to get something that I like and that sounds great. And they clash sometimes, which is why I wasn't necessarily desperately happy with the final version, because it ended up being a really pop chorus, really quite a jolly chorus about the end of the world. You know, it's like we're all gonna die.
My first kind of go at it was much gentler. And it never had this kind of that big leap, the big sort of jolly chorus. It was all, there's a bit more pathos, a bit more kind of dignity in it.
Mother Nature risen in 300 million years. Goodbye.
Tell me about the video. Like, why was it filmed here?
God knows. We got the script back and it looked brilliant, didn't it?
I don't
Castle.
remember ever having a script saying we're going to a castle to film farm animals.
What was it about?
What's it got to do with the song? I remember standing on that spot there, just as a statue. I was ready to go home. Some geezer came up with a can of grey paint and sprayed me. At one point, they had me standing
Up there.
Yeah, up there, with someone holding my ankles. That was an afterthought.
But despite all Nik's valiant efforts, the video didn't get much exposure on TV.
Most TV in them days was Saturday morning children's. And the reason they didn't play it, because there were children in it and there was smoke. They said, we can't play that. It might encourage children to play with fire.
So first time round, the song only made it to number 47 in the UK charts. But when it was re-released with a new video recorded live in front of a growing army of fans, it became Nik's biggest hit. Would you concede that if the changes hadn't been made, it wouldn't have been a hit?
I can honestly say that had it not been for those changes and the fact that the chorus does leap out and all the things I probably hate about it, they're probably all the reasons why it was a hit, yeah.
I won't let the sun go down.
Yay.
It's nice, that kind of acoustic version, but I think you only like it because you know how the pop song sounded.
That's true,
you know what I
that's
mean?
true.
So, Pete, you were one of those producers that Nick was talking about.
Yes, I was the one that he reviled for making it hit.
Yeah.
He didn't talk to me for absolutely years and years. And
What, because of the changes that you made?
I mean, he would do a concert and wouldn't sing it. He refused to sing it, you know. And our job as record producers, my partner and I were a guy called Peter Collins, because we signed Nick because we thought he had these great songs and great lyrics. And yet it is about the end of the world, but you don't have to cry. You know, it's got to end at some point.
Does that have happy memories for you when you hear that song or not?
Oh yeah, because you know, we really believed in Nick. Later on, we just produced Musical Youth, and we just had the biggest record in the world with Pastor Dutchy. So we were in LA.
Yes, great.
Right.
Is that one of yours too? You've got them all, Pete.
Yeah. And we were in LA, and I played Quincy Jones, Nick, and he was doing Michael Jackson at the time.
Yeah.
So Quincy gave us a part of his studio time to record, to do the brass on Wouldn't It Be Good, which is probably the one song that everybody still plays of Nick's to this day. Great lyricist, Nick, and great chords. I mean, he wrote a song about Darwin's theory of evolution. I mean, who writes a pop song about Darwin? But it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah.